Good morning, Bastian.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you tell me which event touched you the most and why?
The first thing that comes into mind is the Yom Kippur War. I had just finished my service in the Israeli army, so I was very well familiar with army operations and what it took. And then comes this war that caught us completely by surprise, came on our holiest day, and we were unprepared, not because of the holy day, but because we were unprepared. We still lived in the euphoria of the 6-day war, that we are unconquerable, unbeatable. And I remember sitting at home. My father was in the synagogue, my mother and I were at home, and my cousin came by car, and no cars were driving on Yom Kippur. It's the holiest day in the Jewish calendar. And he was dressed in an army uniform, and I said, Daddy, what happened? He said, oh, we're having a little war. And nobody expected war, although I remember that the day before, the newspaper displayed a little ad saying that Israel concentrated forces along the Golan Heights and along the Egyptian border. But nothing else was done or said. So, and then a few minutes after he showed up, my father suddenly came home. And my father never left the synagogue. Yom Kippur was for him a day that you become one with your Maker, and you just stay there, and you reevaluate your life, your future, look at your past. And suddenly he comes and he said, let's turn the TV on. And I remember saying, Dad, turn the TV on Yom Kippur. He said, something is happening. And I said, what do you think is happening? He said, they're coming to take all the young men out from the synagogue. And now in retrospect, I think it was a miracle, because they knew where to come and get the young men. They were all concentrated in the synagogue. They were all there observing the holiday. And on other Jewish holidays, Israelis generally go out to picnics, they go to different parts of the country. Because of the holy nature of Yom Kippur, people tend to spend it in their own neighborhood. So we were very lucky. And for a few days in the war, we didn't know what was happening. I remember Dayan going on the TV screen, Golda Meir going on the TV screen, and no one could give us any more news than what we had already known. And for the first time in my life, I followed a directive of the chief rabbi of the Israeli army. And I'm getting a little bit emotional about that, because he asked every member of the Israeli community to read certain chapters in the book of Psalms. And I wasn't a believer. And for the first time in my life, I said, it's not going to hurt. Why not do it? And I did it. And we won. And that was a very, very major milestone in my spiritual journey in life, because every time I had troubles, every time I faced difficulties, the first thing I would do, I would read the book of Psalms.
Thank you, Bastian.